Luck. You ever been told you're lucky? You ever look at some dude and you're like, man, that dude's lucky, right? You hear that shit all the time. What people don't realize is that that person might have been doing that for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, right? And they're just really, really, really fucking good at it, right? Not lucky. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Maybe. Or luck is that that dude just took every opportunity and every option and created options and just did a bunch of shit. Most of the people saying that people are lucky, usually when they say that, they don't mean that as a compliment. They mean that as some snide little remark because they are jealous of what you did, or somebody else is impressed with what you did and they're talking to somebody else that just didn't do shit, right? He's lucky. His parents gave him the money to start that business. His parents started that business, right? He's lucky. No, maybe he just fucking did a bunch of shit and hundreds of things didn't work, but he found the one that did. Most people saying that somebody's lucky, it's because they didn't fucking act, right? When you get couples together, right? You get people that are super successful. Really, really successful people don't hang out with other people that are not. And sometimes it's not their choice because of they look at themselves as better than the other person. It's because the females, a lot of times, that dude who is saying that guy is lucky, he has time for video games and movie series and all kinds of other shit, right? He sits on the couch a lot. He works 8 hours a day, which means he's at work 8 hours a day, not works 8 hours a day typically. And the dude who he's saying is lucky, that dude, he doesn't have time for none of that shit. He's put in 16 hours of work, or he's put in, decades of work and now is able to do other things. But it makes him look bad because that other girl, she's looking at that dude and like, why isn't my guy so successful? Why doesn't my guy put in that effort? Why doesn't my guy? Oh man, my guy, he's got all those video games though, but there's no revenue, no money coming from it. She doesn't do the video games with him, right? It causes problems in that other dude's life because that female looks at that guy who was supposed to be the head of household and guide and captain the ship, but he has all this spare time to do shit which does not add to that family, right? So are you lucky? Or did you just fucking work your ass off and execute every option, right? That's the difference. People want to plan and do these SBAs and get these business loans for 2 fucking years and go take a bunch of classes. Meanwhile, while those dudes were doing that for 2 years, some other dude tried 50 different things and found the one that worked, or the one he could tolerate, or the one that he really liked. And then his work for that 2 years, it wasn't work. He actually tried the shit, saw what he liked. A lot of dudes spend 2, 3, 4 years going to school for this thing, and when it comes time to do it, they find out they don't even like it. They can't even tolerate it. And after 4 years, that whole entire industry or business has changed in a manner that the schooling and education you fucking specialized in doesn't even apply to that field anymore. Just try a bunch of shit. It's more important, it's the failures, what you learn from the failure, not the 1 or 2 things that worked. It's all those accumulations of failures, and you can course correct very fucking quickly. So are you lucky?